During the London Olympics, there's been a lot of hand-wringing about Australia's sporting performance and how we're doing on the medal tally. At one stage, we were behind New Zealand and we were well behind Kazakhstan for much of the Games. But we came home well, literally, with a wet sail. Our sailors and kayakers led the way. We saw Super Sally Pearson in the hurdles and Go Anna Meares, sorry ostentatious, in the cycling. We had a few other amazing performances in water polo and a few other lower key sports that aren't as well known. So now Australia's got a pretty respectable tally. In any cases, some have pointed out that we could have a coaches medal tally of Australian coaches, particularly those who were helping the swimmers of China and the UK, and the coaches tally would do pretty well. We'd have a pretty good haul. But for all the medal talk on the track and in the pool, in the velodrome, there have been some real quiet achievers at the Olympic Games that also are worthy winners and examples of great Australian excellence abroad. If you take the Olympic flame itself, a South Australian company, FCT Flames, was responsible for that amazing cauldron in the opening and closing ceremonies, and the 204 small flames that they put together to make that spectacular Olympic flame. The creative capabilities of Australian architects have also been on display, with PTW headed by the rock star architect John Billman of Beijing water cube fame. Populous have also designed and built many of the key facilities at London. And there's more. The polymer pitches for the hockey, the Smurf turf, so-called, have been produced by Advanced Polymer Australasia. Adelaide Hills exporter Steriline Racing, a small group in Mount Barker, produced the starting gates for the equestrian. The rowing oars have been made by Taree company Croker Oars, and at the end of all the events, Spotless Cleanaway have cleaned up all the stadiums and venues. There's also been security. Intelligent Risks, an Australian company, has looked after the security at the Games. Out in the east of London, we've had East Side Story. The Olympic Village was itself built by Lend-Lease, and the Olympic precinct is dominated by the Stratford Westfield shopping centre skyline above the whole precinct. Frank Lowy said his vision was to leave a very strong legacy. When the Games are over, he wanted to leave a new town centre in Stratford and a shopping complex to provide a bit of stimulus into a very depressed part of East London once the carnival is all over. I think he'll get his wish. In many cases, the Olympics give small and medium-sized enterprises their start, and they got their start in Sydney. Companies like PTW Architects first built stadia in Sydney, and many of them have gone on to better things. I had a look at the data, and of the 56 companies that basically provided the facilities in Sydney in 2000, 48 also got contracts in Beijing to the value of $1.7 billion in trade and investment, and 43 helped build London in 2012. We're not stopping there. 17 so far have already been producing the Games for Rio in 2016. Australia has also built up special event expertise for the FIFA World Cup, for the Rugby World Cup, the cricket, the Asian Games, the Pan American Games, and of course the Commonwealth Games that we're going to see on the Gold Coast in 2018. And by chance, Australia's Senior Trade Commissioner in London, who oversaw the Games, Kim Fulgrave, he's going to be the new Senior Trade Commissioner in Sao Paulo in Brazil after the Games are all over. So there's nice continuity there for Australian business who want to go to Rio. They've been able to take the London Bridge. So bring on Brazil with Rio 2016, as well as the FIFA World Cup in 2014 in a unique Samba doubleheader. And let's see Australian business excellence match our sporting performance in 4 years' time. So until then, I'll see you in Rio, and let's say obrigado to London.